Hi, I'm John with the John Diaz group of Keller Williams Luxury International and Keller Williams Palm Beach Reserve. I wanted to go over a listing presentation today and kind of show you why we're the best choice to sell your house and why you should pick me over any other agent in the marketplace. First of all, I have 30 years experience, over 1,000 real estate transactions, and I'm gonna get you more money than anybody else with our marketing program. You know, some of the questions you should be asking if you're interviewing other agents, the average agent is only selling 3 or 4 homes a year. Are they part-time, are they full-time? How much experience, how many transactions do they have? Do they have 30 years and 1,000? Or are they closing their first 2 deals and learning off your property? Something else I'd be asking them is, do they have a plan in action? So, I've been in Top Agent magazine. I've had awards. Last month I was the top 10 teams out of teams, not just single agents, and all Keller Williams in the region. And one of the other big questions we were talking about before is, do the other agents have a written marketing plan? Most agents don't. Here's all the things we're gonna do to sell your home and to get you more money, which we'll be going over. Also, Keller Williams Network, we're the largest sales force in the world. We have 180,000 agents. We're in over 35 countries. We sell in South Florida more than any other real estate company. We're number 1 in agent count, number 1 in sales, in volume, and in total number of sales. One of the other complaints we hear from a lot of sellers is communication with the agents. That's why we work with an easy exit listing guarantee. You can cancel the listing at any time. I want you to have confidence that we're going to do what we're set out to do and what we told you up front. Again, we give you international exposure all over the world, over 35 countries, versus a local one-person office. Some of the things that are important when selling your home that we'll be talking about is, how is it priced? How is it marketed? Another area is, how is it showing? Does it show well? What is the feedback? And the fourth major point is communication with the agent. The biggest complaint I hear from all the sellers that have worked with an agent who failed to sell their home in the past is there was no communication. We will be communicating with you regularly. My assistant will be calling you as well to give you showing feedback from all the properties, which is very important. When we meet in person, we're going to go over, pricing strategy. We're going to go over and look at the active properties, the ones that closed, and some of them that were, active that did not sell as well. So we can really see what the best price point is to sell your property quickest and for the most amount of money. What it looks like when we are successful and all the marketing is done right with professional photography and marketing the property and advertising it online, is that we're getting several showings a week. And within a month, we're getting second showings. And both the buyers and the other agents in the marketplace are confirming that the property is showing well, it looks good, it's priced right. And then from there, we should be getting offers to negotiate to get you the highest price. One of the things when it's overpriced by 5 or 10% is there's a lot of showings and there's no offers. And what they're doing there, it's called pinball listing. They're showing yours and then showing another one that's better priced and overall value and going to contract on those. Obviously, pricing is #1 marketing tool. And when we price it right up front, we get you more money by engaging the hot buyers up front. With our marketing plan, one of the biggest things is before we ever look at price, we're going to make sure your listings shine and look better than the other properties. Again, here's an example of a before and after picture. The after picture was professional pictures overlooking the lake, main selling point. So we're going to make sure we're showcasing that to everybody all over the world. One of the things that we do in the marketing is that we have a buyer database. We are buying leads online on a regular basis. And also when we take your listing, we're advertising your specific properties to find buyers for that. On top of that, our database of all our buyers, sellers, past clients is of 20,000 people, as I have 30 years experience and over 1,000 closings. You can see the number on the far right of all the buyers that we have in our database. So we are constantly working with buyers agents on my team and our sales assistants are reaching out and calling hundreds of people a day. It's one of the main things that differentiates us is, we're prospecting, calling, advertising, and looking for a buyer for your home. We make it easier for buyers to find your house specifically. We reach out in all ways, not just open houses where 1% of the people come from, but we use yards, networking. One of the big things we do is agent-to-agent marketing. So we make sure that agents in the marketplace are aware of your property being on the market versus all the thousands of other ones that are out there. And we're also do agent-to-agent marketing in other targeted areas like up north and other geographic areas, so that they're aware of it as the top 5 regions that have more buyers coming into Florida. Constantly on top of the market, looking where buyers are coming from. And all of that marketing means that we sell it faster and for more money than your typical agent. Again, we get 3% more money on average than the typical agent because of this marketing. And we're networking with the top agents, all the agents in the marketplace. Keller Williams is the largest sales force in the world with 180,000 agents in over 35 countries. Our marketing systems, we have everything that's available, again, from social media to listing websites for your property to special domain websites. And we understand search engine optimization so that we showcase your property over the other ones online. One of the other important things where a lot of agents don't do this is that we allow the other brokers to advertise your property. Again, we want what's best for you, the most amount of exposure regardless of where that buyer comes from. If it's from another real estate company, that's great. We have great relationships with them. Open it up to allow them to market your property. So if the buyer comes from anywhere, the more buyers, the more chances we can get you more money for your property. We also do social media advertising. Here's an example of one. We're advertising it online through social media. We actually pay for the ads, so we get you the most exposure for your property. Here's another example of another one as well. This one had 71,000 views. We pay to have the property on Google, and we use the top search engines as well. We have marketing move-up campaigns, so we're going to call people in your neighborhood and see if they know someone and tell them it's an opportunity for them to pick your neighbor. We also have move-up campaigns. It's a 4 or 5 bedroom home, and we're going to call communities of 2 apartment communities or 2 and 3 bedroom communities to see if anybody needs to move up to a bigger home. Again, we do agent-to-agent marketing where we're going to market it to all the agents in the marketplace and the ones outside. Here's an actual list of the database. It costs money. Most of the smaller agency or brokerage companies don't even have access to get the list of all the agents so that they can actually send the marketing to and call them to showcase your property. We also do print advertising. Here's a copy of some just listed postcards we sent out to our database, and we also send them out into the neighborhoods that you live in. Here's an example of some flyers that we do. You can see so that people can remember your property over the other 10 or 15 that they're looking at when they're thinking about which one they're going to make an offer on. Okay, so this is the end of the presentation, and now we're going to kind of go over the next steps. The next steps is we'll be having an appointment to meet in person. We're going to be reviewing the pricing strategy. Again, the ones that sold, that are active in the marketing, what's happening in the market. You're going to pick the price, and then we're going to pick a start date, sign the listing agreement, and then you're going to put me to work, start marketing the property to get you the most amount of money for your property in this market. Again, my direct line is 561-352-3569. John with John Diaz. Thank you.